Good morning, students in the EDU A517 Curriculum and Leadership course. It is Sunday, November the 2nd. I hope you remember to turn your clocks back 1 hour so that we can have an extra hour of sleep. And I sure did this morning. My dogs were kind of wondering what was up. It was a new schedule. Okay, so we have an assignment due on next Sunday by midnight, which is your professional development, and you're going to be working with a partner or partners. If you haven't yet found a partner or partner, please let me know so I can help you connect. And we want you to be able to get that draft ready. And then on the Wednesday, we're going to go online on the 12th, and we're going to be in GoToMeeting again. I thought that was the best so far. I'm going to work on getting a couple people that weren't in and were on phone to be able to see one another. And then we can, if you'll send me your Prezi or PowerPoint, I can upload it to the GoToMeeting, and then everybody can see it. Okay? All right, so, and then you're working, after that, you're going to be working on the assignment 3, which is the value of the Common Core state reform. And this is, the guidelines are attached to that 1017 update that I sent to you again this week. And I think it's really important that you look at Diane Ravitch's book, chapters 1 through 5 for that, because she really gives kind of the groundwork for why the Common Core standards were developed, and everyone chimed in and subscribed to the idea that we would have a national reform. Although I don't think it's turning out to be quite as successful as they first envisioned it. Okay, and then that leads into your final assignment, which is the presentation for the effective schools of the 21st century. I've been doing some research with my doctoral student who is doing this topic for her dissertation, and it's really interesting. We've been talking about the effective school dynamics for 20 years. And it used to be 10 characteristics. Now it's 5 characteristics, which is really interesting. And so maybe what I'll do this week is I'll put those in the announcement section so you can read what those characteristics of effective schools are. And I think the one that has consistently been present over this past 20 years is safe schools. And I am most disturbed by what I see happening in the news with these shootings and the violence that's taking place on school campuses everywhere. I remember when I was a school principal, I did have some violence. I actually had to shut the campus down, hire a security guard. I had metal detectors, and it had to be a gun-free, knife-free campus. And then I went to the police department, and they assigned a police officer to campus. So by doing all of that, the people that worked in the school, that came to the school, that attended classes, were safe. We didn't have any more incidents after we locked the campus down and had this security and the opportunities for students to feel that they could come to school without having a weapon to protect themselves, because this was in a very high crime area, and many of their family members were being shot in the evening. And I even brought in the ministers from the local churches to help the students after the shootings, to kind of come together and heal. So the school campus is really a community center, and I think that's the key. Okay, well, I really am excited about what you've submitted so far. Please make sure that you look at your APA manual. And if you have any questions and you want to send me a draft of what you're working on, I'd be happy to look at it and give you some feedback. So I want you to have a beautiful new week. We're coming up on our Thanksgiving break. We're going to be off for that whole week, and I'm planning to go away for a little getaway. My dogs are even going to go into boarding, which they love. So God's blessings on your very special work in the schools. Have a great week.